be hot, don't speak to any moment. Product of her environment, shout out the global woman. Can't box her in with any trend, no, she's a global woman. Call Fire Marshal Bill, like, let me tell you something. Flawless, beautiful, follow codes down to her toes. Cuticles, picking rolls with the flow. Slam dunking all the goals. Silvers for the novice and golds for the pros.
What's going on, everybody out there at TV land? On YouTube, and there's no Facebook Live tonight. We come to you tonight to interrupt your regular scheduled program. Hey, we got a pretty good topic tonight. I got no mic tonight. We got no guest tonight, so I can't say my normal spiel, but we still gonna get into that. But before we start, hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube, don't forget to click that like button. It's the thumbs up. Then slide your finger on over and press the subscribe. And don't forget to click the all so you get all of the notifications when we're going live or dropping new content. Lastly, share. You might ask, share this video to where? Well, most of us have Facebook, so that's where you can share it to, or anywhere you desire.
Yes, y'all. We need you guys to share these messages. I mean, I can say no point, but if we want to help the world, that's what we're trying to do. We're bringing back healthy communication. We need you guys to really be sharing these messages. And don't forget to like that right now. Click the like button, thumbs up, like I just said in the video. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. Click that like button for me right now. Also, check this small video out. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, we're doing something new. Anytime we hit the 200 milestone mark with subscribers, we'll be going to the chat and finding 1 or 2 people and sending them a gift. But you must be a subscriber to participate. Right now, we're at about 180 subscribers. So we're about 20 away from the 200 milestone mark. And we're going to be sending y'all a gift. So subscribe if you want to participate for that free gift. But before we move on, check out this small clip about my Stop Playing Apparel company.
Stop Playing was created to motivate, inspire, uplift, and inform individuals about viewing life through an alternate lens. No two individuals travel the same road or embark on the same journey. Yet obstacles are faced by all. Despite the challenge, if you believe it, you can achieve it. By purchasing a shirt, you can be part of motivating and inspiring someone to achieve greatness. Come join the movement at stopplaying.net.
Yes, come join the movement at stopplaying.net. Also, if you'd like to donate to us, there's a QR code right on the screen. Like we say every single week, all monetary gifts are appreciated, and we thank you for your gifts in advance. But we know if you're using your mobile device, sometimes you cannot scan a QR code. So there's a cash tag at the bottom of the screen. The cash tag is $, Nutz, N-U-T-Z, Boltz, B-O-L-T-Z 1. Again, the cash tag is $, Nutz, Boltz 1. With that being said, welcome to Nuts and Bolts of Life. I'm your host, Edmund Chapman. I'm the CEO of Stop Playing Apparel, and I reside in South Carolina.
My name is Kyra from California.
And my name is Obi. I don't have a clothing line, but I do want to say this. Welcome back, Kyra. You were missed.
Obi.
Welcome back, Kyra. What a hand claps for Kyra being missed. I don't know, Obi.
That was all you, you know.
A little slow tonight, Obi.
Yeah, she a little slow.
All right, so tonight, tonight we want Kyra, since she's best gonna host this show, but y'all know what we do all week long. I mean, every time we on, we're gonna do Ed story time. So y'all know this, like, man, Obi got on a hoodie, Ed got on a t-shirt. What's going on tonight? Well, tonight's for Ed story time, I want to talk about my Stop Playing Apparel company for my story time. A lot of people be asking, like, what is Stop Playing? What does that mean? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of background before we dive into today's topic. So Stop Playing was originated in the gym. I used to go to the gym back in 2011 with a couple of coworkers. And while we in the gym, they used to be on their phone, texting their wives, calling their girlfriends, do all kind of stuff. And I used to be like, hey guys, stop playing. Let's get busy. And after that, they're like, oh man, they love the phrase. And they were saying it everywhere, all through the airport. So I actually had to tattoo it on my arm so everybody know like it originally came from me, because it was like spread it through the whole airport. And everybody was saying, stop playing this, stop playing that. And so in 2020, when we all went through that tragic moment of the pandemic, I decided that I need to launch this apparel company. And the reason why, because stop playing is really a mind frame. It's trying to change and re-engineer the way you think about things. So I'm not trying to take away from going through the pandemic, but I'm saying, hey, many people lost their business. Many people lost family members. Many people lost their jobs. They lost a lot of things. And in the midst of losing all this stuff, we have to realize, all right, are we going to sit here and continue to cry about these things, or are we going to stop playing, figure out a game plan, and get back busy again? Get back into our notes of how we started that business, start up again. The family member, we can't bring them back, but let's continue to think about the good times we had with them. Not diminishing, losing a family member or anything, but it's like, okay, let's start. How long can we sit in this sorrow? So therefore, that's why I came up with the Stop Playing movement to help people like, all right, stop playing, let's move forward. And I only came out with two pretty basic designs at the beginning. I came out with, in the midst of adversity, stop playing. I'm sorry, I don't have nothing to show you guys right now, but if you go to my site, like we said earlier, you can check it out. Because no matter if you're a little child or you're an old man, and sometime in your life, you're going to face adversity. Many of us faced it in the pandemic. Many of us faced it through our life. And so in the middle of going through that adversity, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to sit there again? Are you going to wallow in pity, or are you going to stop playing and move forward? So that one design said, in the midst of adversity, stop playing. And then my second design for all you faith believers out there, simply said, stop playing, start praying. Simple words, stop playing, start praying. Because we know when we pray about it, God hears us and he moves. But the thing I always tell people, don't pray about it and worry about it. Pray about it and go forward, because you already put it in God's hands. So once you pray about it, all right, don't think about it no more. Stop playing and keep moving. So that was my second design. Stop playing, start praying. And then this is basically my third design. This, the logo of my apparel company, Stop Playing, established in 2011. So basically, so everybody know now, for everybody know now, Stop Playing. We're not Nike, we're not Fendi, we're not all these other companies. And shout out to all the big names and all big dogs. But my company actually has a meaning behind it. And it's basically something to re-engineer the way you think. All right. So I hope everybody got the gist of what Stop Playing is. So Stop Playing is more than a statement. It's more than fashion. I'm sorry. It's a statement. All right. Obi, what's tonight's topic?
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm glad you got the plug your clothing line. Tonight's topic, kind of controversial, but we're going to talk about vanity. And before Sheena gets the topic up, I just want to read a quick definition of it. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to, but vanity is defined as being excessively proud or concerned with one's own appearance, qualities, or achievements. Both women and men, which I don't think men can be vain, can be vain. And vanity can be expressed in a variety of different ways.
So there's no illustration tonight, Obi. So give everybody the topic.
Okay. Waiting for it to pop up.
No, there's an illustration tonight.
Oh, there's no illustration tonight?
Yes.
Oh, we're just gonna talk about who's more vain, women or men. Can men be vain or women overly vain? I really want to jump into this topic because I think it's gonna be good.
So tonight, the welcome back Kyra we're gonna have Kyra pretty much host this show to get her feedback wet. So she's been gone for a couple of weeks out there living our best life. Nothing you can do. We're living our best life. So Kyra, come on in. And I'm sorry there's no Facebook Live tonight, guys. But you should be watching on YouTube anyway. So here we go. Kyra, let's jump into this thing.
All right, and I just want to add a little bit to Obi's great definition and tell y'all what it can look like, what vanity can look like in men or women. So it can look like a person look like people prioritizing and presenting how they present themselves to others. It could be in terms of looks, it could be in terms of possessions, or it can be in terms of accomplishments. So couple different things going on and how vanity can present itself. So the first question that we're gonna go over is, what ways does vanity manifest itself differently between men and women?
That's a good question.
Repeat that question one more time.
In what ways does vanity manifest differently between men and women?
I think with men, it only manifests itself, when we come to like dating off of looks. Other than that, I really think it don't manifest itself. And that's when women get mad at us the most, because they're like, why are you worried about looks? Why are you worried about looks? But that's the only thing that we are worried about. We're not anything else. Like I think Obi said it earlier. And I disagree with somebody in the comment already, but Obi said it earlier, like he don't think men can be really vain. Because I think if we're vain and showing vanity, it's only because of like we're attracted to what we're attracted to. So other than that, I don't think it's for men side. I don't think, I don't know, Obi, what you think?
I kind of agree with what you said, Ed, but I'll flip it a little bit. I just think women are more vain when it comes to their looks. I don't think men. It's tough for me to be worried about my looks. I don't think that I am, but I think women, when it comes to look, presentation, and all that, I think they are way more vain than men because they want to present a certain image for themselves and other people. I know a lot of times women say, well, they're looking good for themselves, but I think they try to look good for their friends too. And that's just my opinion. I see you sliding your neck, Carol. What you got? You disagree with what I'm saying, or you tired from the trip?
Hey, I want to say one quick before Kyra jump in. So a lot of people don't realize where this topic came from. It didn't come out of the blue. So remember, like last week, y'all told y'all story time about me want to participate in Pop Your Balloon. So I was watching the episode one day, and like I said, shouts out to Arlette. I hope I said her name right. Pop the Balloon show. And she had a host of ladies on the show, and they was very vain. They'll say, "Oh, Obi, you look very nice. I like the way your glasses look, but I don't like your left shoe." I'm like, "What? Dude, that got to do with the price of tea in China?" Oh man, Ed, I like you well put together. I like your beard. I like your physique, but I didn't like that T-shirt you wear. And so I'm watching the show, and I'm like, "What?" And it's like the little thing they nitpicking that. So I'm like, man, I think women are show more vanity and more vain than men, because I'm just watching the show, and even the ladies in the comment of the show was so mad at this panel of women. Like, what are y'all doing right now? Like, y'all just nitpicking and y'all being very shallow over foolish stuff that don't mean, like, you could change a shirt, you could change some shoes. Like, come on, let's go deeper. And God's only looking at the actual look. We're not looking at what you're wearing, unless you have something dirty on. We're looking at like your face, your body weight, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where this topic come from. And I never seen so many women. It was like, I think 5 women in the lineup, 5, 6 women. And they always just like offer little petty stuff, just like, really? And that made me think like they might be more vain and shallow than us. Go ahead, Kyra.
So to me, being nitpicky and specific and saying what a person likes and doesn't like does not equal vanity to me. That's like specificness. So for me, vanity looks like constantly taking pictures of yourself or constantly making yourself up, constantly posting pictures on social media. It could be always getting your hair done, your eyelashes, your makeup, and just having that appearance of being well put together. And I think that sometimes people can be very damaged on the inside, that they can go overboard on what they look like externally to present that, like to masquerade that everything is okay, or just do so much. So that's my thought. I do agree with y'all that women are more vain than men, because I think that women are some women, not all women, if the shoe fits, wear it, are into like not looking their age, or like wanting to look younger. So having different things done, like Botox injections in their lips or in their eyes, or dyeing their hair. I think that some men dye their hair also, but I believe that the majority of people dyeing their hair to like not show the grays and stuff like that is women. There's a lot of markets for different anti-aging creams and lotions and nighttime routines and stuff like that. There's also women that are getting BBLs and implants and having all this different surgical work done to change their bodies. And to me, that has to do with like one's appearance, which can be tied into vanity. And I do think that there are some men also that are constantly that have an obsession with their physical appearance. It could be somebody, Ed, like you, that is into weightlifting and bodybuilding, and they're constantly taking pictures, constantly posting, constantly walking around with no shirt, or just constantly bringing so much attention to their body, or their body, what is that? Your body fat percentage or something like that. So men can also be vain as well, just being totally self-centered. Yeah. Oh, so sorry, just one more thing to add, that sometimes vanity in men can manifest as material things. So it could be the type of car that you drive, or having different high-end things, always having the latest and the greatest, this, that, or the other, and kind of flaunting it. So I think I've said enough. Yeah.
Oh, Obi, I was gonna say something. Obi turned their head like, Go ahead, Obi. And
Nah, I was just gonna say, because I drive a decent car, but I don't think that equates to
decent.
vanity. What'd you say?
I said decent. I ain't gonna say what kind of car you're. Just decent, bro.
No, don't do it. Please
Okay.
don't
Just
do it.
put
Don't
it
do that.
out there.
Nope. Oh no. I like
What kind of car does
like
he drive, Ed?
nope.
Ed.
It's a nice car. I'm not gonna say.
I like new technology. Like, I love always getting a new iPhone when it comes out. I don't think I'll be trying to show that stuff off. You know what I'm saying? I like nicer clothes, nice shoes. To me, I don't do that for nobody else. It's just, I don't even care. I just get it because I want it and I like it. It's not vanity. It's not insecureness. It's not me having a low self-esteem or any of that. And I have one comment to make, and I feel the same way. This comment says, like, men, we don't even care. Just give us our job, our money, and peace, and we good. And I have to totally agree with that.
But you do care, because you're buying that type of car and getting the wheels done and chromed out or different things like that.
No, it's because I have worked a hell of a lot, and I deserve it, and I wanted it, and I spoil myself. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. I don't care about nobody looking at me. I don't look at nobody else like that. That's just, I do that for me. And I don't even do it for me. I just do it because I want something decent. Decent, not flashy.
That's why you can't say what kind of car you drive.
No,
Please.
I'll pass. Plead the fifth.
Why is it such a secret?
I'm good.
No, Obi's a private person. Like I drive a 2018 Impala, so I'm not driving an Obi driver, so I can put mine up there, whatever.
And I drive a Honda Civic. Like, why are there car secrets happening right now in 2024? What are we doing?
So before Obi, I want you to read the comments, and before you read the comments, I just want to say, I do believe men and women can be vain. But tonight's topic is who is more vain. Who is more shallow? I think anybody can be vain. Anybody can be shallow. I agree with Obi too. Like when we get cars, well, not some guys, Kyle, you got a point. Some guys, when they get cars, they might be getting cars like, look at me, I make X, Y amount of dollars. But some people might be like, Obi, like he's real low key with it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't out there. He got it because he wanted it. I work out because I work out because it's so crazy. Because I'm from Chicago and I've seen many people get jumped before. And I always figure like if I work out and I get jumped, I'll be strong enough to hold people off until something help comes. That's my real reason for working out. Hopefully help won't come and I'll be strong enough to hold people off. And I've seen people get really, really stumped before. And I'm like, man, if they was a little stronger, they might have held them dudes off until like the police came or their friends came. But I do believe both genders can be vain and it's vain, VAIN, not VEIN, just for the chat's sake, because I'm saying a lot of VEs like vain in your arm. No, VAIN. But I think men and women can be vain and shallow, but I just think women are more vain and shallow for like crazy reasons. But read some of the comments and see what's happening.
Okay. I'll read a few comments really quick. Someone in the chat said women in the past, yes, they were more vain, but it was part of being a woman. But these new men, it's so hard to say. And I guess he's talking about guys that are younger than me and you, Ed, because I just don't know any guys that are vain.
And post pictures and videos of working out, lifting these heavy weights and doing these sets and stuff like that. What's the purpose of those videos? To motivate other people?
What you talking to me?
Yes. Is your name still Ed?
I didn't hear the first part. I'm sorry. So when I post my videos, and I was like, I'm trying to get clients. I'm trying to show y'all, like, I'm in here. Y'all see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And so if y'all like to train with me, come on. It ain't say, oh, look how, because I'm only 5'8", 190 pounds, so it's not like these other dudes being it. Like I've seen guys in the gym just like look all this stuff, and I'm looking at the mirror like, we aren't in the gym, buddy. Like you don't see me doing all that in the gym. You might see me put up 115-pound dumbbells, pushing the weights. So let people know, like, yeah, I'm in here. Don't get it twisted. And if you like to get like me, hit me up and I can train you for a couple of dollars. It's all about trying to build my own brand, try to get a little extra money on the side, being a trainer. And got nothing like, look at my physique,
I'll read the next comment. Commenter says, show me a vain man and I'll show you a mama who raised him to be that way. Very interesting. Show me a vain man and I'll show you a mama who raised him to be that way.
Hey, hold on. And let me go back. So, wait a minute. I just thought about what you said. A lot of my pictures I got all type of pictures on social media. I got pictures of my son. I got pictures of work. I got pictures of weightlifting. Hey, there's no set. Like, when you look at a woman's social media, I had to say this. Her pictures all all of them. For the first 20 pictures, mine, you might see me and my son playing.
A woman's pictures?
Yes. On her like social media. For the first 20 pictures is the selfies and stuff like that. Mine, you might see weightlifting. You might see me playing with my son. You might see this podcast, or you might see like me doing a voiceover. It's all type of stuff. It's not just all weightlifting or all modeling weights. High go back and check my IG and Facebook.
I did not say that it was all that. I definitely didn't. I just asked a simple question.
I just thought about that. Like,
she throwing shots at you.
Shots. I'm like, what?
I was not throwing shots.
Mm.
I was just inquiring.
Hey, y'all,
That's
also,
all.
before we continue, the phone lines are open 707, yeah, 704-891-9560. Again, the phone lines are open 704-891-9560. Tonight, we're just talking about which which gender is more vain, men or women?
All right, let me read a couple more comments before we get back into the questions. I got some good ones. One commenter said that there's an abundance of vain men out here. These younger guys spend more time in the mirror than most women, which I think is crazy. Another commenter says a vain man is a weak man. Men are required to build our value from the ground up. The last comment I'm gonna read for right now says, these young guys don't always have the guidance from a positive man, sometimes no man. So the women in their lives is what they copy. Interesting.
Read that one more time.
These young guys don't always have the guidance from a positive man, sometimes no man. So the women in their lives is what they copy. Let's talk about that. I guess I can kind of agree with that commenter, because I think he's coming from a single parent household. So if a young man is being raised by a single mom, he's seeing what she does, and he's probably going to grow up and emulate those ideas. Hopefully, and prayerfully, that young man has a male role model or his dad in his life to where he won't be as vain or not even vain at all. Ed, Kyle, what do you guys think about that? Young guys don't always have guidance from a positive man or no man. So the mom or the women in their lives is what they copy.
Well, let me say this, I'll let Kyra go. A lot of these guys, though, they wearing their pants are sagging. They not. I don't want to even say these guys is in the mirror taking a long time. The way they dress, come out with their Crocs on, or like Lil Weezy, come out with like what's it, house shoes and stuff. I don't think they take a long time in the mirror. I'm looking at them like the younger generation, like I don't know, like, and they might be from single parent homes, but I don't feel like they're putting a whole lot of thought into their dress. I think they're throwing on maybe a Gucci belt and some sagging jeans and some type of shirt. I don't think they
Let me
take a
jump in
long
real.
time putting them clothes on.
Yeah, let me jump in real quick before Kyle jumps in. I kind of think where that commenter is coming from, he's probably thinking of some metrosexual guys. The guys who wear the skinny jeans and the tight shirts, and the pants seam doesn't go all the way down to the foot. It stops halfway between the foot and the knee. Could be something like that. They could have on capri pants or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, in my mind, like top and bottom outfits from Shein or Fashion Nova is what
they make men clothes.
Right, you see my look. I'm like, Shein.
Well, I don't know if Shein does. I know that Fashion Nova definitely has men clothes.
I did not know that. Wow.
I could be misspeaking about Shein, but
wow.
Shout out to Shein. If you want to sponsor us, shout out to you. Well, you throw your name out there.
Or Fashion Nova. Hey, I just learned something.
Shein does have men's clothes.
Wow, I did not know that.
And they have like the
men,
the shirts where that men's clothes.
Keyword men.
You want me to send you the link?
No.
Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what I was thinking. And like when you said metrosexual, that I was thinking that too, in terms of just like taking forever to get ready, needing to, I don't think there's anything wrong with being well groomed or looking nice or getting your hair cut or being presentable, but sometimes people are very extra. And what do y'all think about like the man bags, like the crossbody Because I feel like that kind of goes in with the look to me, which goes into appearance, which could possibly be part of vanity.
I'm old school. I use a wallet. Probably always will. If I don't have a wallet, I got the 2 or 3 cards and my license and my military ID in my pocket. Just take it out, put it right back in. The bags.
Maybe a Michael Kors fanny pack.
The bags, the bag that they carry around their arms like a purse, and them damn fanny bags. Hard no, hell no, hard no. The little bag that they carry over the shoulder,
like the crossbody
I guess that's
one.
A style. Yeah, that's a style now. I think most of them have guns in them, really, and I'm just being honest. But some of them could have wallets in their purses. But again, it's probably a no for me.
My buddy had on a cross bag, but his wasn't like a regular cross bag. Like other than we went out, he had like a little Nike joint, so it didn't look like these metrosexual guys cross bags. I wouldn't wear any cross bag, any fanny packs, any of that ever, no matter how much bread I get, ever. But when he had his on, I was like, okay, because it was like little Nike bag, so it wasn't like terrible. And he said he only had it because he went out of town. He like, I was just traveling with this when I was out of town. And I looked at it like it's not like the ones like the ball players and the metrosexual guys wear. It actually look like a purse. I think his looked like more like a fanny pack instead of going across the waist and they went across the chest. You know, because anything across the waist, that's terrible.
That's horrible
for me. For me. So I think he just said it's across his waist. He just threw it across his chest. They're like a little Nike bag. So I ain't seen nothing wrong with it. I personally, I'm like Obi. I'm carrying my wallet. That's it. I ain't putting no weapon in no bags or nothing like that. I got concealed carry, so it's gonna be on my hip like a normal person, and that's it.
All right. Next question is, does societal expectations around beauty contribute to women being perceived as more vain than men? Was that a Mickey Mouse cup?
I've been in the cup. I didn't want to say nothing.
I couldn't find my Nutz and Boltz mug. This is a backup. Got it from Disney World a long time ago. So yes, Kyrie, it was.
I didn't want to say
I was
nothing.
like reading the question and I was like, was that Mickey? It was.
See, I don't care about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as it ain't pink, I'm not drinking out of it, but I don't care about stuff like that. What was the question again? How are you throwing? Hold on, wait a minute, time out. We supposed to be having a podcast. You just throwing shots at everybody tonight.
Everybody today.
I just made an inquiry about the cup. I'm not throwing any shade.
It is.
It's not. It's so not.
Hey, they don't even make these no more, so you know how old I am.
Let me put that back up again.
It's Mickey, not Minnie.
Oh yeah.
It's Mickey, not Minnie, Ed.
Right. I see. It's not. It look like worn, so it ain't new.
It's fake.
Like he just bought it. No, ain't no shots fired saying he didn't buy it yesterday. He said he tried. I'm like, that's old. You said it's an old cup. He didn't buy it yesterday. He got it a long time ago.
It's vintage.
Yes.
It's vintage. Yeah, exactly. Can you read that question again?
Yeah, please.
Kyra's back. Kyra's back, everybody. Welcome.
The band is back, y'all.
The band is back. Shout out to Sheena for last week stepping in and playing some Kyra. Shout out to Sheena Nicole.
Do societal expectations around beauty contribute to women being perceived as more vain than men?
Yes. And I'll say there's everything. The whole world's out there for y'all. They expect for y'all to come out the house with your face beat, whatever you call it, hair done, nails done, eyebrows done, the tightest outfit with your toes and your shoes out, with what y'all call them, the little peep toe shoes or whatever. The most expensive or decent looking purse, with the BBLs, everything on the woman got to be flawless. Meanwhile, me and Ed can go out with that same woman with a stop playing sweatsuit on, and we good.
Is that true? That's true.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Y'all would be okay if you all just left the house and she doesn't have any makeup on, her hair is just thrown back in a ponytail or a bun, and
See, I always talk about I want a woman that's feminine, but I don't need a woman that's overdoing it. Like I want you to go when you go to the grocery store, look presentable. You gotta look raggedy. You could comb your hair down, throw a ball cap on, and still be looking. It's still not to rock that thing looking good.
Still looking good.
But you don't have to do all this extra, like Obi said, like what do you say, Obi beating the face or whatever.
Yeah, face beat,
eyelashes, all of that. Like, and they have to do that because they see these celebrities doing it. So now they want to do it, and the world telling them they look good when actually guys don't even like that stuff. That's the crazy part about it. Guys really don't like them. They put them in that, like we talked about a long time ago, not to rehash that, but they put them in the category like, all right, well, you don't know this. We really like somebody that's plain Jane, a little bit something on. You know what I'm saying? Not a whole lot of things going on. And yeah, so society is saying this is the way you should look. And so they try to match that, and then when they don't match that, especially, and pray for these babies out here, because when they put their pictures on TikTok and all this stuff, and they don't get no likes off their pictures and whatnot, then they want to commit suicide. They think they're ugly, and this, that, and the third. It's because society tells them they're supposed to look like this. So yeah, I blame society on a lot of stuff, and it's crazy. Men don't really care about that thing. So women, who are you dressing up for? Other women? Because if we don't care about it. What are you really doing all this stuff for? To enhance your beauty for what? Another woman? How about you trying to enhance your beauty for men? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that. Keep the eyelashes to yourself. You don't even have to wear lipstick or what is that other stuff called? Lip gloss. Just wake up. Hey, brush your teeth.
Dry lips.
Hey, use Vaseline. That's all you need. And you probably don't even need that. Let's go to the grocery store. We don't need all that. Come on, let's go.
Okay. I definitely feel that society has a lot of pressure on women, and I think that it is unrealistic pressure. Even with people posting with social media, a person could probably take 15 or 20 selfies and then post the one that looks the best. And now there's there have been filters, and now there's AI. And so it's a perception of something that isn't even real. Or like, you have how much foundation on with, like, in terms of the beating the face, like you look like a completely different person at the beginning of the video, right, than you do at the end of it. And it's like you're appearing to be something that you're not. And I think that sometimes people can get addicted to needing to look a certain way. I know there was a period in time where I was like, oh, I'm going to the store. I need to do my, my mascara or my eyeshadow and blush or just different things like that, just to go to the store, when it's like, you don't really need to do that. But there is a lot of, I have nieces, and sometimes they're like, oh, I want to wear makeup. And it's like, you have your whole life to wear makeup. You're beautiful the way that you are. And I think it's important as parents and role models and just people in today's society that we pour into the younger generation and let them know that they don't have to do that, and that they are beautiful, and just give them positive reinforcement and give them affirmations of themselves, especially people that have daughters and nieces and stuff like that. Or even if you have grandmas or aunts and, stuff like that, just being able to say, you're so beautiful, or you don't need makeup, or your personality is beautiful and blooms through you. So
it's so funny. Two things real quick. It's so funny. So I went on a date the other week, and I was talking to the young lady, and like Obi said, she didn't have all that stuff on, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling her that's one thing. I said, guys don't like all that. We don't like all the makeup and all them lashes and stuff like that. And some guys I know don't even like weave or wigs. A little weave I don't really care about, but like wigs and all that stuff. And I was telling her, she's like, I understand that. And when she came out, she was like dressed nice little outfit. Kyle, I'll show you on another later date, but nice outfit on, you know. And I think like a little bit of lip gloss, and that's about it. You know, it wasn't, you know, and she looked really well put together. And I think that more women should start going to that old tradition of, you know what I'm saying, coming out regular, but still can look good. And like I be trying to find guests to come on the show all the time. So like, let me just go to TikTok and just start scrolling through TikTok because apparently none of my friends want to come on. So and it's the women on TikTok, I watch their lives and they be like extra, they extra made up. So I just scroll to the next person like, why are you on TikTok on a live extra made up? You in your bedroom and you like this, you probably have scraped a whole bunch of stuff off of your fingernail. I'm like, what for what? Like you on a TikTok live. Now, yes, when we came up before we jumped on the podcast, I went and like lined myself up real quick. But I'm not gonna so I expect a woman to go on TikTok live and just be looking all crazy, but they act like they might as well go to the club or go like on a fancy excursion or something. Like, what for what? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. Like I don't want to come out and look like a whoop man, but I'm not about to do all that extra stuff. Like it just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. So I think society put a lot of pressure they put pressure on men to be providers and protectors, and they put pressure on women for it to be like made up and stuff like this. That's what I think, my opinion.
Toby, anything?
No, I agree with him. I think that the vanity that society puts on us is totally different, or the pressure, not the vanity, the pressure that society puts on men to be one way, and the pressure that they put on women is totally different. Like it said, they want us to be providers and protectors, but they just want y'all to be beautiful, kept nurturers with no worries in the world, but to make sure the kids get to school, breakfast, dinner is cooked. You keep everything going in the house, and we just make sure that everything is paid for.
And I think it's our fault, Obi, too. I think we need to teach. It's going to be really hard.
You said what? You said we need to teach.
Teach.
Okay.
Teach. I think we need to teach the younger generation, fellas. If you don't like it, be respectful, but let the lady know. And I think once we start letting these ladies know that there's certain things that we don't like, I think their expectations won't be to do all that stuff no more. Because we're like, what are you doing it for? What do you need a BBL for? What are you trying to? You get a BBL to me is because you want to match Kyra. Let's just say, I'm just throwing it out. You want to match Kyra. That's natural. And you got a BBL or whatever. But it's like we don't want yours. No matter if you match her or not, or you trying to get your boobs done, or Obi met this girl and this waitress, and she like a Barbie doll, got everything done and stuff. And we was looking at her like, and we trying to tell her like, no, like we don't like that stuff. So what are you getting it done for? I like to say the restaurant because they not sponsors, so I'm not about to shout them out. But we were like,
answer you?
Huh?
Did she answer you?
She again, it goes back to teaching these guys because the guys spending bags on her. And they be come to the restaurant, and then you know she going out these guys, and they spend $1,000 on her and taking her to these fancy restaurants. I'm looking like, see, they the problem. They are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But she thinking they want to marry her. They think I want to night you, and they're not keeping it 100 with them. And so that's why I said it's our fault because we're not keeping it a buck with them, and let them know like we don't like that. And although we with you because you're in the smash bucket, but we're not saying that because we're taking you out. Not we. They are taking them out. And, you know, so now they thinking they're looking good with this makeup and lashes and et cetera, et cetera. Like guys like this, but in the back end, the guys really don't like all that stuff. So we need to just be more upfront. And like I said, I was on my date. We had a good conversation. I was just explaining to her. I wasn't mean, but she had that stuff on, but we just casual conversation talking about that. And I was like, Yeah, a lot of women don't understand that we don't like that stuff, you know. And the reason women think, again, not want to be redundant, is because of being they just want to sleep with these people, but they're not trying to marry these women. There's not many men that's married, I think, their wives they beat, is what I would say beat. Because all my friends, their wives don't go out looking like that. I don't know. Oh, what's
I
in
have
the
a
comments? That's
question.
another question. Oh, go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So both of you all have daughters, right? Are you all having these conversations with your daughters so that they don't fall victim to societal normalities or
So I've talked to my daughter about the baby hair. I said, "What is that? Why you?" And I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to figure out how to really talk to her about it. I'm like, through my head, like, that's terrible. Like, you got that baby hair right there, but without like crushing her. So I'm still trying to figure out because she's only 14. But she be having the baby hair stuff. I'm like, if you ain't just got natural baby hair because it just happened to be there, don't be making your own baby hair. I can't stand baby hair. I'm sorry, y'all. I
I
can't
hate
stand
baby
it.
hair too. It's so annoying. You're 45. Why do you have baby hair? What are we doing here? What are we
Unless you
doing?
got really, really, really good hair and you actually combed it back and this happened just to be there. But if you like doing
All kinds of gel and the
yes, that I couldn't
toothbrush
get that out.
and
Thank you. Yes, the gel thing. And I'm like, I tell my daughter, like, baby girl, no guys don't like this stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out how to really talk to her about that. Like,
Yeah, for me, I think I absolutely hate makeup. I don't think women need it. Even if you got acne, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just I just hate makeup, and I'll just say that. But my daughter
did you
wears
raise your
makeup.
daughter that way?
Oh yeah, absolutely hate it. But her mom likes makeup, so I always clash with her. I clashed with her for years about it. Now I I just it is what it is. You wear it, and I'm telling you, men don't like it, but you keep wearing it. And she sees now. She's older and she
Mm.
understands. But go ahead, Ed.
How old is
so,
she?
so,
30.
so Obi, you said your child mother wear makeup.
Yes.
So
Don't
how did
need
that
it.
relationship work then between you and her?
It didn't. That's why I am where I am. Like I've never liked makeup. Lip gloss, Vaseline, maybe some lipstick. I'm good with that. But women don't need that. They don't need the eyelashes. They don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying?
So was it a
But
constant battle between y'all
oh
when
yeah,
y'all when
yeah,
she got all
yeah,
the
yeah,
makeup
yeah,
on?
yeah. Because you taking an hour to put that stuff on, then if you don't take an hour to put it off, it's getting all over the bed sheets and the comforter and pillowcases and all. You don't need that mess. But that's just me. Let me jump into the comments real quick. One comment that said it's not a perception that women are more vain than men, it's facts. Um, one comment that says, as a woman, you'll either be a show horse or a workhorse, but you can also be both. Interesting. One comment
You
that
can
said,
be
men,
both. Oh, sorry, I said
yes.
that out.
I guess that's when we were
I'm confused too,
discussing
Kyle. I'm thinking like,
when we were saying like men are providers and women are nurturers, and the expectations that they have on us and we have on them. I guess he was saying that you can either be a show horse, or a workhorse, but you can also be both. Like you gonna work, and then you're gonna come home and do all that stuff. I don't want to misinterpret what he's saying, so that commenter wants to reach out and explain that they can. But then one
they can call
commenter
in real
did,
quick. Oh, hold on, Obi. They can call in at 704-891-9560. If you want to
yes,
explain, you can call in at 704-891-9560. You want to
okay.
explain.
And I'm gonna read that comment one more time. As a woman, you'll either be a show horse or a workhorse. You can be both. Somebody replied to that comment and said, "That's a fact." Um, hold on. Men are really, really simple. Last commenter said, "It's sad. So many women feel the need to use all of that makeup. Your beauty is from within, not the outward appearance." Um, one more comment that said, I had to constantly talk to my daughters all the time and tell them that they're beautiful without all that. Hey, me too, commenter. I didn't like it, don't like it, probably never will. I don't even want to see it on I don't even like seeing it on wedding days because you don't need that.
Oh
You don't
my
need
gosh,
that.
you just want Vaseline lips on a wedding day?
You don't
Hey,
need
hold
that.
on, y'all. We got a phone call. I want to go back to one of them comments. Hold on. Hello, caller. You are on the line with Nutz and Boltz. And like we say every single week, are you Team Kyra or Team Obi?
Oh man, this evening I'm strictly Team Obi. Let's go.
Let's go.
So I am the commenter that made the comment about women being either show forces or workhorses. And unfortunately, man, I got big thumbs, man. So I just, I had a little typo. So I wanted to say you cannot be both. You have to make your decision. So
Okay.
if you're going to decide to be a workhorse, the woman who out here getting it on her own, then that's what you got to be. But if you're going to be a show horse and, you're going to, do the things that men are requiring you to do to be in your soft era and provide men what they need, then, that's you being a show horse. But you can't be both. And that was my point of that comment. So thank y'all, and I'll land my plane there. Great show tonight, y'all. Great show.
Thank you, Team Obi.
Yes, sir. And I just want to thank that caller for calling back and the commenter for calling in and explaining that because I was a little confused. But
so I have a quick question, which I thought about, and it has to do with setting an example, because I think that there are some men out there that might say that they might tell their daughters, oh, beauty is within, or you don't have to wear all this makeup. But then the people that they date are people that are wearing makeup and doing all this stuff. So sometimes it could be like you're saying something, but you're not setting that example, because the people that you are bringing are very made up, and that could be confusing to a child, not necessarily to like a 4 or 5-year-old, but like to a 15 or 16-year-old that's saying, well, my dad said this, but every time he bring auntie over here.
And that's what it goes back to what I said earlier, though, Kyra. That we need to start telling the truth. Like when I was on my date, I told the young lady, I said, if I went out with someone and they came out all this makeup on, that'd be the last date. And she's like, would you tell them? I'm like, I'll try to figure out like how to tell them, but I'll figure out that's them. Because post going out, normally people have conversations, and hopefully that will come up in the conversation. Like, man, I really don't know what you like, what you don't like, your do's and all those things should come up in a conversation. But if we go out and I see you got all this stuff on, I'm thinking like that might just be her. So I don't want to crush her or anything like that. So it's like, how do I explain while we sitting here that I don't like all the stuff you got on, and without offending her? So yeah, that might be the last date. So therefore, I think when we meet these women, we should be truthful to them. Keep it like I said earlier, Kyra, keep it a buck with them, and then we won't be bringing these ladies home to meet. First of all, they shouldn't meet your kids anyway. It should be a while before they meet your children. Right. But if they do meet your kids, yeah, you're 100% correct. We're saying don't do this, don't wear that, don't blah blah. But then we bring home the same thing we said. I told our daughters not to do. This girl got the baby hair, and she got the lashes, she got the makeup and all this stuff. But baby girl, don't do that. So I agree. It starts with us men to set that tone, and it might get us out of the sheets. Oh well, it can't always be about the sheets. No, it can't always be about that. It can't always be about sexual tensions and stuff like that. And so keep it a buck.
So is it safe to assume that if there was someone that had all kinds of baby hair, eyelashes, weave, not that there's anything wrong with those things. Some people like it, some people don't, that you wouldn't even shoot your shot at that person. Because I don't think it would be fair to see someone in that state or in that form, you shoot your shot, then she shows up for the date and you're like, well, I really don't like blah, blah, blah. But that's really how you met me 2 weeks ago. So what are we doing here?
I think the old Ed, the 30-year-old guy, would have, depending on what the shape looked like, would have shot my shot because of sexual thoughts. Only because of that reason alone. And I might be thinking like, man, well, I gotta take at least on one date, to get a, to have sex with her. That Ed now is 44, no, because sex not even the first thing that appears on my brain nowadays. So therefore, no, I don't care what kind of body you get. If you got other stuff I don't like I said, a little weave for me, I don't care about a little bit of weave, wigs and lace fronts and stuff like that. Yeah. But a little bit of weave, I don't really care about that stuff. So
but
yeah,
you don't like the lace fronts?
Say that again, sorry.
Lace fronts are a no for you?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Double hell no for me. I don't like none of it. Wigs, lace fronts, a little bit of weave. No, I don't like none of it. Be you.
You said you don't like weave at all?
I don't like any of it. No.
What about braids?
If we're going on a trip overseas, I understand. But nah, I don't need that. Not just for you to have around the house or around the city for a couple of months. I mean, nah, I'll pay for you to get your hair done. Don't worry about that. We good over here. I don't like it.
The fancy car.
That's me.
Good.
That's me. What you say,
As I told you, at the fancy car, you got big money.
Oh, stop. Next question, Kara.
Such big money that the car has to be a secret.
Next question, Ed.
I think it's important that we just looking at the different women that I know, a lot of it is the examples. It's kind of like a generational thing that gets passed down, because I see different family members and friends, and like I'm looking at their mom, and their mom is made up with a wig or lashes or a ton of makeup and stuff like that. And so you can't fault a person for emulating what was taught to them. And they could always see their mom as not being pretty if she's not made up, or that like insecurity about their natural beauty could go towards their children, and while they just emulate what they've seen. And
Kyle, I want to ask you a question, right? So if I meet it, and I want to tell me how to elaborate this the correct way. If I meet a woman in the grocery store, right, and she looks good, of course she's not beat because she's in the grocery store. Well, some women might be beat, but this one particularly, and this have not happened. This is just hypothetical. It has not happened. And I'm like, oh man. So I exchange numbers, whatever, and then we go on our first date, and she's beat. Wigs, lash, all that stuff, whatever. What would be your suggestion for me or Obi or any guy if we don't like that? How you think we should phrase it to her in that moment? Should we wait to call her later? Talk like, how would you set that up? Because we didn't have no phone calls yet. So say if I met her I met her tonight. So I left out, went to Walmart after this podcast, met her, and what's today? Wednesday, and then we decided to go out on Friday. So we really ain't had no conversation like that between Day and Friday. What would be your suggestion as a woman? How would you want somebody to approach you and say, hey, X, Y, and Z?
Hold on, let me get a pen. Hold on, Kyra. Let me get a pen and a pad. I need to write this stuff down.
My suggestion would be to ask open-ended questions so that you're getting an understanding of how things are done. So if a person has an understanding of why things are done. So if a person has braids, they might be getting ready to go on vacation, or they might be trying to grow their hair. And so it's easier for their hair to be in a protected style. Or I don't know, there's a lot of reasons to wear protected styles. Like natural hair takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of product and a lot of money if you're attracted to people that just rock their natural hair. So I would say like being more inquisitive and finding out why, and then kind of going from there. Like, do you normally, if you're not attracted to somebody that has
Hold
braids,
on.
like, uh-huh.
No, keep going. I thought it's a caller, but keep going. I thought
Oh,
hold on.
oh, okay. Yeah, just finding out, like, oh, you look a little different than before. I was really attracted to how beautiful you were, and without any makeup, is this how you normally look? So
Hold
just
that thought, because I think that could hurt somebody's feelings. We're gonna come back to that. Hold that thought. That's a good one. Hey, caller, you are on the air with Nuts and Boltz, and like we say every single week, are you team Kyra? Welcome back, Kyra. Are you team OB?
Truthfully, folks, I'm Team Ed.
and the twins. I went on vacation and lost my mojo.
Team Ed, thank you, caller. What you got for us tonight?
Excellent show, folks. Excellent show. Hey, I'd like to chime in. I want to let the good brothers know, absolutely, positively, do not even entertain going out with a lady, because what you're doing is setting a precedence. Going out with a young lady that is not your style. If you don't like wigs, if you don't like weaves, if you don't like lace fronts, don't do it. And don't be so desperate to go out right away. Talk to her a couple times, and that way you can put down your law and say, hey, this is what I like. It also gives her an opportunity to let you know what she likes. Then before you even go out and waste time and or money, you both know at least the physical attraction is there or not. So do not fall for that. And that's all I got for you. Excellent show. Keep up the good work, folks.
Thank you, Team Ed. Thank you, caller. I got me a Team Ed tonight. I agree, and I go back to what we were saying. Teach these younger generation, like, stop thinking. And I'm not telling nobody, if you want to have sex and all that stuff, I'm on a different plane now than I was before. But that's your process. But I agree with the caller. If you don't like it, don't date it. Don't spit at it. Don't talk to it. Nothing. And it's gonna maybe women start understanding this process as we go. Not dating them, not talking to them no more. And now they're gonna look like, what's wrong with me? Like, man, Obi just walked right past me. Like, what's going on? Then that can start a good conversation. Or maybe they can watch these podcasts and see that the guys don't like this stuff. But I want to revert back to Kyra. Like, I think you hurt somebody's feelings if you tell like, you looked different when I saw you.
but if you see them with a ton of makeup on and you're complimenting their natural beauty, you think that would hurt their feelings?
People, what the show tonight is called, are women more vain or shallow? So therefore, I think they will hurt their feelings because they're I told me, Obi talked to a waitress like once a week when we go watch the sports game, the football games. And I think, Obi, you can agree or disagree, she's very shallow.
Very low self-esteem. Yep. Low self-esteem. She's beautiful, but the definition that she has of herself, very low. Very low.
Is she beautiful without all the makeup on?
Yes, she doesn't wear any.
Oh,
Yes.
She got all the she's got all the BBLs and stuff though.
Yep,
oh, okay.
That's the only
The fake
thing.
boobs, the fake BBL, you know, she got the lip injection.
Oh my gosh.
For no reason. Don't need it. Don't need it at all.
Well, maybe it gets her big tips because she's paying for different surgeries.
That's why I say, if I told a woman this, she might be so like an older woman might not, but some people are so shallow they might get their feelings hurt. Like, what do you mean? I look different. What are you trying to say?
With them, and then you know right away. Like, I agree with the caller in terms of having that conversation in the beginning so that you're not wasting time, energy, or finances on somebody that you're not physically attracted to. Yeah. I'm going to do one more question and then we'll wrap that thing up.
Well, before you do that, like, Obi, read a couple more comments, then we're going to get the question. A couple more comments, then we'll be done. So comments, question, comments.
I'll just read a couple of comments. One comment says, I'm so proud that my daughters don't concede to societal norms. That's because I teach them about loving themselves simply by the way I love and accept their genuine selves. Let me read that again. I'm so proud that my daughters don't concede to societal norms. That's because I teach them about loving themselves simply by the way I love and accept their genuine selves.
And hold on, before you move on, I want to say this too. From a while back, I'm sorry to cut you off. So I understand what the comment said earlier about beauty is within. Beauty is beauty. Like you don't need all these enhancements. But if you're unattractive, you're unattractive. You don't got nothing to do with what's inside you. It's still, I mean, you can have beauty inside, but we need physical beauty too. It can't
you
be
can have a lot of physical beauty and be very ugly, vindictive, evil, and just not a nice person.
Snap to that. I agree, but also I want somebody that's attractive. That's why I say men can be vain only in that aspect of physical attraction. And then when we physical attraction, then we find out like, oh snap, she ugly inside. Cause I had a conversation about that too on the little date. I said we don't like masculine energy. She said, what about being assertive? I said assertive and being masculine, I don't think it's the same. I want you to be assertive and speak up about certain things, but I don't want you to have those masculine traits that we always arguing all the time, or we just go with the I agree to disagree moment because you're not doing anything but putting a band-aid on it. I want to know.
Are you going on a second date?
Huh?
Are you going on a second date?
I don't know. You know me, Ed. You know Ed. So I call you every now and then. You know, I'm like, who knows? It could be though. It was a good conversation and it was a pretty good date. But
it just seems like a lot of yes, this, no, that, yes, this, no, that. But I
know what? What the nose?
Like the things that you, I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's normal. Just saying what you like and what you don't like.
It's like a job interview.
So when you go on a date, Kyra, I know we get off a little bit track. So you go on a date and then we'll go back to the comments in a second, y'all. You don't want to tell the person what you do like and what you don't like while y'all engaged in conversation?
I first want to have like a little bit of a conversation to get to know them, to find out if there's somebody that I'm interested in spending more spending more time with, and figuring out like, does this person have a sense of humor? Do they have a decent vocabulary? Is every other word coming out of his mouth a cuss word? So like engaging in dialogue to get to know each other as opposed to like a checklist, like, well, I don't like this and I do like this and I don't like that. But maybe that's just my perception of how the date was. But I personally wouldn't want to go over all that in the first date.
I mean, it wasn't like check. Okay, like different. It was like, cause we talked about multiple things, right? We talked about family. We talked about God. We talked about plethora of things. So if they might come up in that conversation, then I might say, yeah, I don't like that, or yes, I do. Then we might talk about a bunch of other stuff. So it wasn't like, okay, ma'am, This is what I don't like, and this is what I do like.
It sounded like pictorial. Like
No. It wasn't like that. It was like we sat there. We had lunch date, not dinner dates. You know, 'cause we all say let's go out for lunch or coffee first, a little slight little lunch date. And we sat there for about 2 hours, and just throughout the conversation, like I say, it was good dialogue, just back and forth talking. You know, getting to know each other.
Load and okay.
You know, because we only had I think one conversation prior to that. And because she's an Eagles fan. So that's what I was kind of good at. She watches sports. I like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So like she watched sports. She's attractive. She got all this makeup stuff on. I could try to talk to her and get her number or whatever. But the conversation flowed well. Now the podcast, it might not look like it flowed well, like dang, but it wasn't like that. It was just in the midst of us talking. Same thing, we would be on the phone. Same concept. You know, just you asking questions, you getting to know each other, you get to know like what you like, what you don't like, what happened in the past, history. Not too deep, not too depth, because nobody want to know like, yeah, I got a divorce and she did this, and I know not too deep, just like, yeah, I used to be married, you know, it didn't work out, and that's it, you know what I'm saying? That part is done, you know, and then you might say, what happened in her past relationship, and that part is done. So simple little things, and but it flowed really well, back and forth, questioning, eye contact. I also look like I'm looking at that, but looking at each other's eyes, someone like looking off, and it wasn't none of this, y'all. It wasn't no, like, I don't think neither one. We picked up our phones at one time because we're talking about the new movie Joker and who plays the Joker, and we both thought it was somebody else, so we both looked it up. But other than that, it was zero phone. Like nobody even touched their phone at all, not even to peek down, look at the time or nothing. So it went, like I said, it was conversation. It wasn't a checklist, even though it sounds like a checklist, but it was not a checklist.
That's impressive, man. Didn't pick up your phone. That's impressive.
Yeah, like neither one of us, like I'm not even capping. Neither one's looked even down, because we engaged in talking to each other, so you can see if somebody looked down or glanced down. Neither one's looked down at all until we talked about the Joker and who played the character. Then she looked it up, and then I was like, she saw a picture. I'm like, that's not him. I looked it up, and then I ended up being the guy. I'm like, oh, okay. And then phones went back down again, and then we just kept going on with the conversation and stuff like that.
Sounds like a real cool old school date. Let me hit these comments real quick so we can wrap the show up. Commenter says, I've dated some real pretty ugly women for real. He said, I've dated some real pretty ugly women for real.
I'm guessing real pretty in the face, ugly inside.
That's what I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm.
Last comment I'm gonna read, it says, beauty is set by the market. You can have self-confidence, but if the market says you're a 3, then guess what? Hey, and that's how he left it. Beauty is set by the market. You can have self-confidence, but if the market says that you are a 3, then guess what? And that's a mic drop moment.
Oh, we got one more caller for the night. Then we got one more question. We'll get out of here.
Maybe not one more question.
Facts. Caller, you're on a line with Nutz and Boltz, and like always, are you team Kyra, team OB? Oh, hey, team Ed, I guess.
I'm team EG. This EG, y'all. What's going on?
How you gonna call in? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You can't call in. Hold on, y'all. You cannot call in and see yourself.
I already know what it is.
What it do, big bro? What it do, big bro? Hey, what you got for us?
Hey, first of all, once again, man, I love y'all. Hey, Kyra, welcome back. I love y'all. Great topic. I put in there earlier about, women back in the day were vain, the young men. I made the comment that, young men sometimes don't have that male influence. Definitely don't have a positive, but sometimes they have no male influence. So they take after the women in their lives. And so they're conscious about their hair and
I mean, I've seen guys about their eyes and eyelashes, but that's besides the point. Yeah, hey, you know I'm in the school systems. Hey, stop it. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say. Kyra had made a comment about, man, your date, y'all, was it yes or no question? Kyra, this is what I want you to think about the next time you go on a date. Get everything that you're worried about out. Because all the good stuff, you can spend your life learning. You know, one of my key questions I asked, like if me and you was out on a date, one of my key questions I would ask you is, what's the craziest thing you ever did to a person you was dating that you found out cheated on you? And your response gonna let me know what I can take, because I need to know the bad stuff, because the good stuff ain't gonna make me run away. We can spend our life learning about the good stuff. So don't knock Ed when he's telling you like he's saying this. He's saying that, he's throwing this out, looking at her response, looking at her body language, because this is where I'm at. If this bothers you, we don't need to go no further. And I think a lot of women don't do that in the first date. They just be like, oh, girl, yeah, he let me order what I want. I got this. No, like, if you're dating for long term, throw all that shit out that you want to see. Watch that man body language. If he cleansing up while you ask no questions, he might not be for you. But that's my 2 cents. Team EG, love y'all. I'm trying to get on another episode. Peace out.
Peace out. Love you, big bro.
Yeah, that's some good stuff, man.
So I want to spend like 2 minutes on that last commenter perception. I actually like what he said. But he went to you, Kyra, first. So I want to let you go, and after your 2 minutes, Kyra, you can like sum up stuff about the show, and then we'll go around and then we'll give out here.
I am listening and processing. I think it's important to view things from a male's perspective, because I definitely am not a male and don't think like a male. I definitely think it's important to ask different questions and to pay attention to body language, and if there's like long hesitation or things like that. That particular question just seems like challenging to me on a first date. Like, what's the strangest thing that you did to your ex? I'm not really trying to talk about my ex people on a first date, because I just think there's things that you should talk about and shouldn't talk about. I've never been married before, so like I haven't even been on that level. Therefore, people that I've dated with, like it doesn't really matter to me. But just hearing that perspective was interesting. Definitely something I'll think about and be able to have different crafted questions to find out. Maybe not something as deep as that, but just crafted, elaborate questions that can get a reaction and that you can find out a little bit more about a person with. Overall, I thought the show was good. I thought the chat was engaged as always. Definitely appreciate the people in the chat, people calling in and expressing your thoughts and just collaborating on this conversation. And was really happy to see the one commenter that talked about pouring into his daughters and the importance of that, having that relationship and that communication, because sometimes men can think that they're doing something and they're not really doing anything because the kid is walking in and just on their phone or different things like that. And they're getting it from other people that might have a greater influence on them, although you've raised this person. So just keeping the communication between our men, between our dads and our daughters, I think is really important. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Good job, Obi. Good job, Obi, getting some Team Obies tonight.
I'm glad you're back, Kyra. I'm glad you're back, Kyra. And I'm gonna say it again. I'm glad you're back, Kyra.
Thank you, Obi.
You got some Team Kyra last week. You wasn't even here. I never did understand that. Like, who are you paying? Like, why are you paying your family members to say that? But anyway, I digress. Like I said, welcome back, Kyra. Thought it was a good topic, great topic actually. Thought that the chat was engaging. Appreciate the callers, and appreciate you guys' time. Looking forward to next week.
And what you think about the caller last statement?
I think he was spot on. I didn't touch that because I didn't want to go too deep. But I kind of agree with him because, like I said on a couple of episodes ago, when I'm dating somebody, I want to see how they, just simply how they act whenever they get the wrong food at a restaurant. I need to see what you do when you get upset. So I may ask questions that Carol may not ask, but I want to know, like the day of. But that's just kind of the differences between men and women.
Good stuff, Aubrey. And I actually didn't even think of it the way the caller said, but it makes an excellent point with how he said it. Get everything out there so you know going further for the second date or third date. So you ask all the questions and offer her or his body language or response, or they get mad like, why you asking me? Like that might be not the person for you. If you're just asking simple questions to make sure you are a match for me and I'm a match for you, and you're getting upset about these questions, then we might not be a match for each other. So I like the thought of getting everything out of there, talking about whatever you don't like, either on the first phone call, the first day, whatever it might be. So therefore, all right, now we can both let our hair down and go, because we know we have set some I can say guidelines, but we're pretty much put out a syllabus or outline what we like, and I sing like, okay, everything she said I like. I might not like that one thing, but is that a non-negotiable? The one thing she might have said, or one thing he might have said. Was that a non-negotiable what Ed said, or what I'm saying? So I actually do love the way he phrased that. Just get everything out on the table. Ask the questions you need to ask to figure out if you want to go to the next level. I think this topic was good. I think it can go even further and go deeper, but I think it was a great topic. And this wasn't a topic to shame anyone, women or men. We're just saying like why we think whoever XYZ is more advanced or shallow, and why, and how can we change that narrative. And for us men, we saying, well, you don't need all that stuff to be, all the makeup and stuff. We've been saying that forever, and hopefully one day, they realize like, oh, I'm studying this, so we don't need this stuff, and and with the vice versa. But it was a great topic. Again, the chat was live. Where's Shannon at? Shannon, where you was at tonight? KK, where you at? I ain't see Shannon. I ain't see KK in the comments. I always see those two. I ain't see my boy Cortez in the comments. Where y'all at tonight? Is it too late for y'all? But yeah, it was a great topic. And if you'd like to be on next week's show, you can hit up myself, Edmund Chapman on Facebook, or Tashina Nicole on Facebook if you'd like to be on next week's podcast. Also, you can reach out to if you'd like to sponsor us, or you'd like to be like us advertise your business, you can reach out to Tashina Nicole on Facebook, or again, Edmund Chapman, or you email me at eddieed30@gmail.com if you'd like for us to advertise your business on our platform, or you'd like to sponsor us. Next week's topic is, and we're going to get a little bit more serious next week, how can we lower the divorce rates in America? What can we do to help lower the divorce rates in America? Because this podcast is based on men and women getting together and trying to hear from the other party. So next week we're going to try to figure that out, because every day I'm still hearing more and more people talking about they got divorced. I'm like, dang, like every single day. So we got to figure out how can we engineer people's mind and save marriages instead of seeing more people get divorced. And that's it. That's all, guys. And like I say every single week, I love you. God loves you. Go out and be great on purpose. Peace out, y'all.
I think my baby hot. Don't speak to any moment.